Hi, Spreckle Scholars. I'm so excited to be reading a book to you and to all the second graders, not just my class. So, I'd like to share with you that when I read, sometimes I try to find some stuffed animals, especially if it goes with the book. And these are narwhals, and it does kind of go with the book. So, if you have a special book and a stuffed animal, it's always fun to just like cuddle up into a really good book. So, get comfy. I hope you enjoy this one. It is titled Not Quite Narwhal, and the author is Jesse Sima. Not Quite Narwhal. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. There he is sleeping. Shh. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's, but he did have different tastes in food than everybody else, and he wasn't a very good swimmer. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. Good attitude. It's always nice to be yourself. That is, until he was swept away by a strong current. I wish I were a better swimmer. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. High up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like kelp. See way up there. Got something on top of its head, too. Oh, kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean, so he's a little fearful here. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. Oh, it wasn't. Oof, and ow. Eventually, he got the hang of it. Slowly, but he got the hang of it. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him, but as he stumbled out of the forest, land of narwhals actually were unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusks. We call them horns. Wow! They introduced him to unicorn. Ooh, delicacies. Yummy. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. And there's his friend. Come back soon. They really enjoyed Kelp's company. Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. That doesn't really mean that he has true butterfly insects. It's a metaphor for nervousness. He doesn't know what's going to happen when he returns. But look, welcome home, Kelp. Oh, they missed him. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home, But now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized that maybe, make a prediction, just maybe, he didn't have to choose. Lots going on in that picture. I'm a unicorn. I think he knows that's not true. I hope you enjoyed this story. It is an AR book, so if you would like to, you can get on Renaissance and definitely take one, reaching your word count. And I hope you enjoyed it. And always remember to be yourself, no matter who you are, and have lots of different friends because that makes for a really good person. Bye.